Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We going to the top. I'm going to bring others with us, so please become a part of the notification squad. Peep Squad, hit that notification bell. Know each and every time I drop a video and be the first one to comment, baby. So let's get into it. The Jury is by Liz Jules. You can see her right on the screen. Go check out Liz's Jules for real, for real. Get what you need, get what you want, baby. So let's talk about Married to Medicine. It's going down. I mean, like, they're having some problems over there. It seems like Dr. Contessa and got out of one pot of hell and then she jumped herself back in another pot. I was like, Contessa, well, you should have told Buffy, you know what, I feel sorry. I'm sorry that you're going through this. I totally understand what you're going through because I had 7 miscarriages and I'm praying for you and I'm with you. But yelling and screaming and acting like a drill sergeant, baby, it ain't gonna work. Like, you doing way too much. You wasn't even emotional about her feelings, how she was crying or anything else like that. Be strong, be tough. Yeah, she needs to be strong and be tough, but right now at that moment she needed comfort. She needed people to support her because she was feeling a certain type of way, because she was feeling less than. I was just like, I was like, Contessa, why you jump in and do the most? But basically, let's talk about Mariah. Mariah went in. Mariah's sister said, welcome to the Lion's Den. And Mariah said, I'm the queen of the Lion's Den. So let her, let somebody bark at me. She said she is the queen of the lions. And she going, I was like, the queen of the lions? And then on top of that, when Contessa was jumping back at Mariah, and, you know, Simone jumped, and Mariah said, don't hold her back, let her jump. Don't hold that bee back, let her jump. I was like, Mariah's about that life, and she got a cast on her foot, and her sister was nowhere around, baby. Contessa be talking all that stuff, that she's tough, and we know she's been in military, she did training, she, you know, she did all that stuff, and, you know, she seems very fit, too, as well, but she didn't want it with Mariah. Mariah was all in her face yelling, and she had her hand. I was like, Mariah, what you about to do? She was like, you need to mind your business, lady. I was like, oh, no. And when Mariah told Buffy that if you tell Jackie she's laughing too long, you might get kicked out the group, I was like, there we go, baby. And Cord talking about that Mariah faked her drug test, that it was, she goes, I know, she said, I'm telling you all the tea, baby, and I ain't being shady with it, but let me just tell you that she faked that test. And it was like, she's such a manipulator. She was telling Dr. Heffling that. I was like, damn, how did she fake the test? You got proof? I'm like saying, you saying all this stuff, I hope you have receipts at the reunion, because you saying that this woman faked her test when she had Dr. Eugene look at the test. Is that why Dr. Jackie didn't want to look at Mariah's test? Because there's rumors that she faked her test and they didn't grab her hair from the follicles. I was like, oh, who have you been talking to, Quad? What is going on? So you threw a shot, baby. I was like, Quad did say she would take a lie detector test about the whole situation that went down with, you know, Miss Lakes, the cocaine. I was like, okay. I was like, the shade was real, baby. And Contessa is shading Toya for no reason at all. I know Toya be getting on our nerves, but why are you worried about how she spend her money, when she spent her money, and her party? She threw a party. She is under $10,000, which is a lot of money to a lot of people. Hell, he has a lot of money to me. Shoot. But, you know, they ain't in debt no more. They've been living well. You see that house? 1 acre of land. I was like, Contessa, why are you hating, baby girl? You going back to Nashville? Mariah was like, you better worry about Nashville. And I like Contessa. I'm like, damn, Contessa, I just wish you wouldn't get yourself involved in the drama, especially when it's drama that you don't have to be involved in. But you know what? You got to make your bang. And at the end of the day, Contessa was like, this is a good group. I was like, Contessa, you doing way too much, baby. And we already know that they are looking for new cast members for, you know, Married to Medicine. So we don't know if we're going to see the same cast come back, baby. We don't know if we're going to see Buffy or Contessa or Toya. I know we're going to have to see Toya. Come on, they can't do that. So, let's get into it. We see Dr. Jackie. She's over here with Tiny, and Tiny's getting her checkup to make sure everything's good. And down below, and she might be thinking about having child number 8. I was like, oh, but she didn't have all 8 children. You know, Tip got some children too as well. And a lot of people are saying that Simone is jealous of Dr. Jackie because she has a lot of celebrity clients. Do you guys think that is any truth to that situation? But go ahead, do your thing, Dr. Jackie. And then we have Toya. She is ready to get with her party on. She got the event planner. He's coming through, and he was like, oh, the budget just you want is going to be more than $10,000. But he said, I'm going to make it happen because I'm going to get this job. I'm going to be on TV, and somebody going to call me because she did that Dubai wedding. Whatever she want to call it, she did a Dubai wedding. I was like, hey, they gonna have a camel and the whole nine. I was like, $4,500 for a camel, but he got a discount. He got a discount on camels. On a camel, I was like, hey, do your thing. And so we're gonna see how this situation goes down. And then Contessa and Dr. Scott are working it out, baby. She's going back for one semester to finish school and do the damn thing, and they're going to get a nanny. I was like, you should have got a nanny a long time ago. That's what I've been saying. You should have had a schedule, plan it out. All your kids have the latest technology where you can FaceTime, communicate with each other. You don't got no friends, no girlfriends, nobody to come pick your kids up and drop them off, pick them up to school, take them. Like where is the help? Like, it seems like Contessa might not have no friends because she doesn't know how to be emotional, and she doesn't know how to actually comfort someone when they're in pain, baby. I was like, Dr. Scott and Contessa got a whole lot going on, and she's not good at communicating unless she's telling you what you should do. And if you don't respond back, like Mariah said, she's gonna have an attitude with you. So Contessa is not easy to deal with. So Scott was doing a damn thing, but Scott said, you wasn't appreciative of me, going back, taking care of the kids. Like, you act like I wasn't feeding them. Yes, he was overwhelmed. Where was the cousins? Where's the friends? Where's somebody? Ain't nobody got time to help you with your kids, Contessa, while you out here, doing the damn thing. But anyway, Scott said he's going to start making a trip to get himself down to Nashville and making sure it's easy, and they're going to get a nanny, and he going to support because Contessa caught him out here on camera and got him and embarrassed his ass, and he looked like a fool. Like, he didn't want his wife to succeed or make it excuse me, or support his wife. And so now he did a 360. They show little editing and little tapes of him talking to the kids in a certain way, how he does not feel happy or that Contessa is going to Nashville. So now they're going to work it out, baby. So it is what it is. So kudos to you guys working the situation out and getting it together and making sure, she doesn't have no more hostility towards you. But Scott, you was doing too much, telling the kids that mommy, in so many words, abandoned them. We got Dr. Jackie. She is ready to do construction on her new house, baby. And also, she's taking 10 business days off of work to go on vacation with her husband, Curtis. She gonna give him what he needs and what he wants, baby. And she's happy and she's doing the damn thing. I was like, go ahead, Jackie. Make sure you spend some time with your man. They are getting ready for Toya's party. Contessa is over here talking about her money and the spending, talking about she's a grown adult, he's a grown adult. Why they throwing a party? You threw a party. You threw a 90s party, I believe. Like, what's wrong with dressing up and having a party? You threw a party for your kids too, because you missed all 3 of their birthdays. So, like, why are you down in Toya? Toya hasn't said nothing to you, did nothing wrong to you, whatever. She had a miscarriage. She didn't even bring it up to a person like you. I'm surprised. And you said you had 7 miscarriages. You didn't bring it up to Buffy. You didn't bring it up to Toya. It's your personal business, but you act like you couldn't understand what Buffy was going through. And a lot of people saying Buffy's doing too much, but we'll see what happens with that situation. She could actually really feel hurt and embarrassed, and and she didn't want to open up them wounds, but it's there. And so Contessa's talking about, we grown ups, her husband's a doctor, this and that. I was like, their money woes are not in the episode, it's not in the season. They doing better, baby. They wouldn't have built a house from scratch. And now they're on their way to Toya's event, and Simone is talking to Buffy, and Buffy's still not over the situation. It seems like Buffy doesn't really accept Dr. Jackie's apology, or she doesn't think it's authentic, and she's still hurting because it opened up a lot of wounds. And her husband has been counseling her, and they've been supporting each other because she's been going through a lot of things. And it seems like Cece was like, damn, she didn't even say, Cece was like, oh, so you haven't talked to her since or whatever. So it's actually making Jackie look like she's very insensitive to Buffy. But I believe, didn't Jackie already apologize? Some people believe it wasn't sincere. How many times she's gonna apologize, whether it's sincere or not? you know, you got to move on from the situation. But I guess Buffy wants to let Jackie know her pain and how hurt she was, and let everybody know how she felt. Like, she came into this group and she thought it was going to be kumbaya or whatever, but now she got something thrown up in her face, something that she didn't want to share. She wanted to share it on her own time, not Dr. Jackie's time. So, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be with Buffy. Buffy is, you know, she's very emotional. Like, you know, she's acting, that's a hell of an acting, because she seemed like she was really hurt by the situation. But what else can Jackie do? Get on her knees, you know, start crying. You know, how else can Jackie show her that she's really sorry? But, you know, she says she's sorry. She says she apologized. Blase and a third. But it never seems, it seems like Jackie felt like she apologized so much to Mariah that she don't want to do the same thing with Buffy, even though she feels like she was wrong with Buffy, because she brought Buffy, when her and Buffy was over there in Costa Rica, she sat her down and said she was sorry. So how many times, baby? You know, and you can't tell Buffy when to get over it and how to feel, because she feels a certain type of way, and it could have just really opened her up emotionally, and where she felt hurt and embarrassed, where she was probably around a whole bunch of women, whole bunch of people that always put her down because she didn't have any children, and then the face that on national TV in this new group, and not feeling that anybody really cares about her feelings, because we know Heavenly didn't care, Contessa didn't care, and Quad don't care. So it is what it is. And even, you know, Toya cares, because, you know, Toya's been through a miscarriage this season. So we get to see Dr. Eugene's brother. I was like, look at brother. Brother sitting here chilling. They getting ready to carry, you know, Toya, and, you know, Eugene was like, you ain't light, you kind of heavy. Oh, Mariah's sister said, you know, we're going into the lion's den. And then Mariah said, I'm the queen of the lions, so let's roar. I was like, girl, that was a good one, Mariah. And so Toya's being carried in, and she got the camel. She's doing the most, baby. But she's happy and finally, you know, at a peaceful state, and everything's going well in her marriage with her husband. They're doing the do. You know, she did, you know, have the miscarriage, but she has moved farther on, and she has been moving forward. And then on top of that, she ain't got no furniture in the house. You know, Dr. Heavenly's cracking on her not having no furniture, but, you know, it's a good thing she says, it's a good thing she doesn't have furniture, because, you know, she's throwing this big party. Her furniture won't be there until July, she said. And so everyone comes through, they're dressed nice, the events are going well. You know, Toya outdid herself. She did a wonderful job, amazing job. It was on point. And then we got Dr. Eugene and Dr. Damon actually, you know, have a little moment. He's happy for Dr. Eugene, where he came from, what he's doing, because he said when he met Eugene, he wasn't even married to Toya. Then on top of that, he didn't even have a house, and just to see where he came from is just so wonderful. And also, Dr. Damon has a lot to do with Eugene actually working in Atlanta, making sure he get his certificate to work quick, fast, in a hurry, so he can get that money. And he gave him jobs, I think 2 jobs. So Dr. Damon, you know, he's on that A1 list, even though he might like to drink it dog. Heavenly might like to drink it dog, but, you know, whatever. They're doing a damn thing. They're taking care of their business. And this is where we have Cord saying that Mariah faked that crap, that, you know, they didn't take her follicles, you know, they didn't, you know, all types of stuff, that it's not true, that she faked the test. She's manipulating. She faked documents, baby, that she wasn't doing, that she was lying to us and trying to manipulate the situation. And that Dr. Heavenly said, that's why I don't mess with her. I was like, ooh, Cord, baby. Should have brought that up a lot sooner, not on the season finale, but that's what Cord is saying. The Cord is feeling a certain type of way. She's feeling pissed off because, you know why, Lake is coming around. And people ain't happy with Lake coming around, especially Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie and Contessa. They're not happy with Lake, but, you know, Mariah could bring anybody she wants to around. And if you didn't sleep with her husband, then you ain't got nothing to worry about, and you don't got to feel no certain type of way. And if you feel like Mariah's trying to get at you by bringing Lake around, if you didn't sleep with her husband, then you didn't. Or sit down and have a conversation with Lake, because Lake said she had something to talk to you about. You had some personal dealings and a relationship that nobody knows about. So let's see you guys handle that situation. I was like, okay. Then we got Dr. Simone, because she's feeling a certain type of way because she wants Buffy and Dr. Jackie to get along, and she thought they was, but oh no, it did not go the way that she wanted to go, the way that she planned it to go. So now, after talking to Buffy in the core, Buffy's still not over that. So Dr. Simone wants Jackie to apologize again, and Dr. Jackie's feeling a certain type of way. Like, my friend of 20-something years wants me to apologize. She doesn't think my apology is, sincere. Maybe that is the case. Maybe Simone is trying to make sure that Dr. Jackie looks like she's in a good light and not being, a mean person, or basically people whispering and saying negative things about her. So, and maybe she does not think Jackie, apology is actually sincere, because she done known her for 22 years, but she wants Dr. Jackie to talk to Buffy and basically have another apology tour. And that's how Dr. Jackie feels like this is an apology tour, and it seems like everything was going to go well between the situation, but this kicked off the situations of the situations. I was like, So, Dr. Simone was like that black box Dr. Jackie, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. And so this is Mariah over here talking about, Dr. Jackie, if you say she laughs too much, you might get kicked out the group. Simone grabs Buffy. They have a conversation. Buffy said, I don't think you're malicious. I don't think you're malice, or whatever. So if you don't think she's malicious or malice, at the time, then, why even have the conversation? Just say, girl, we good, and keep it moving. But, and she cried. So, Buffy, she cried and everything. And then Dr. Jackie said, I know your pain, because I believe, Buffy was saying that you don't understand my pain. And Jackie was like, I do understand your pain. And Jackie was like, basically Jackie tried to make her pain power. Jackie said to Dr. Simone that, I try to share my pain to make power and share my pain to help people. But maybe Buffy ain't on that level yet. And so Dr. Simone was like, she's not there yet, but she probably will be one day. And so once Buffy talked to Dr. Jackie and everything like that, and she was just saying that, bringing up that situation, caused it was emotional for me too as well, brought me to a place. And she was like, I know you're not trying to be malice, or you're trying to be low down and dirty, but you just don't understand the pain of it, because, it was in front of everybody. It was shocked. She was caught off guard. She didn't know that this was actually her pain and what she's suffering through, her infertility issues, not being able to carry a baby to full term because she keeps having miscarriages. She can conceive and get pregnant and carry a baby to a certain amount of time, but then she would end up having a miscarriage. So she can get pregnant. She just can't, birth a baby, basically, and she can't hold the baby too long in her womb because she will have, a miscarriage. And so she was like, you just don't understand, because Buffy just had a bunch of miscarriages, over the past, so she's trying to get it right and get it together. And, now Buffy is actually going to adopt. But then Jackie was like, I do understand your pain. I do understand your infertility, being infertile, she said, I do understand your infertile issues. I know, because I'm an OGBYN. And then once Dr. Jackie responded like that, that's when Buffy felt like, Jackie didn't understand what she was saying. So why would she have to say, being infertile? Why she have to say that, saying I'm infertile again? Like, she said it again, and I guess it brought her back to the place when Jackie first said it at her book signing, whatever she had going on. And Dr. Jackie said, of course I know your pain, because I'm an OBGYN, and not as saying that I understand your pain, I hurt you, and I suffer through the same thing too as well. I am sorry. She didn't have to mention infertile, and she didn't have to throw it up in her face that she's a doctor, so she knows. So, because if anything, Buffy would say, if you a doctor, you should respect my privacy and not put me out there and think that I'm mentally ready just because you're mentally ready to share your pain with the world. You've been sharing your pain with the world for a long time. I'm not there yet. We're not in the same age bracket right now. So you had a lot longer time to deal with your issues of not being able to have a child, So it ends like that. And then Buffy, she just breaks down. She said, it brings me to a dark place. It brings me to a bad place. It brings me to an emotional place. I guess, you know, so many different times where she felt less than, that she wasn't good enough, and why she couldn't do this, and why she couldn't that. Why is this happening to her? And then people are judging her, and people say, oh, why did you don't have children? And it just brought that all back. But I think she was going to use that as a part of a storyline, but she wanted it to be her story and not Dr. Jackie's story. And so then Buffy runs off. You know, Dr. Jackie goes to get her husband David, and so, you know, Contessa, she joins the conversation. She jumps in the situation, and basically she hears what Simone is saying about Buffy, and, you know, Contessa was like, you know, you can do this. You got to be strong. You know, you got to pull up yourself by the bootstrap. You know, you can't be all weak. You can't let this stuff get you down. Like, people are going to say things to you. People are going to do this and do that to you. You just got to be strong. You know, you got to move on and all this other stuff. But we already know Contessa is not here for Buffy, because Contessa and Dr. Heavenly was really on Buffy, you know, when they was having a conversation about the Dr. Jackie and Buffy situation that happened in Costa Rica. So she wasn't coming from a sincere place about how she really felt. You know, she just wanted the camera time too as well. And then, you know, she thought that she was just going to say what she was going to say to Buffy. And Buffy was like, you don't understand my pain. I don't want to hear it. Get away from me. Like, you're trying to say that it doesn't matter that, you know, I miscarried or how I feel. Like, you're just basically saying all this other stuff. She didn't need that pep talk right there, and she just needed a hug, baby, or just to say, I understand your pain, because, you know, Contessa could have said, I had 7 miscarriages, and so Contessa was like, I had 7 miscarriages and all this other stuff. You know, Mariah was like, you lying. Mariah's like, you lying, you not telling the truth, girl. And then so Mariah is just like, I don't know why you always in somebody's business. Why you always you ask people questions and ask them how they doing, but then when they don't respond to the way that you want them to respond, you start yelling, you start getting aggressive. She don't need no drill sergeant. And basically, you're always in somebody's business and you don't really care. And she was like, yes, I do care. I was just trying to give her some, you know, motivation. I had 7 miscarriages. She was like, get off of me, Mariah. Get off me. You know, let me go. She was like, no, I'm not going to get off of you, because Mariah's all up in, you know, Contessa's face. And Contessa, you know, the big bad lady that been acting like she can tear down, you know, she kind of backed up a little bit. But, you know, she still said her piece. She didn't run. But, you know, she dialed it down and back, because Mariah was on 100. Or at least Mariah was on 99, baby. And Toya's like, Mariah's only acting out what you did to Buffy. And so they're about to get into it. You know, she's moving her arm back and forth and all this other stuff. Like, get off of me or whatever. Mariah was like, don't block her. Don't stop her. Let her jump. Let that bitch go. Don't put, you know, I don't need no bodyguard. And Mariah has on a boot right now. Mariah is ready for all that, baby. She was like, let her go. And then this is when Contessa said, oh, you always bring your sister around to say things that you cannot say. You know, Mariah's going to say what she's going to say. But Lake got some things to say too, because she felt like her sister was done dirty. So it is what it is, but we know Mariah will be saying what she needs to say, especially if she gets into a confrontation. So it seems like Contessa is actually have a problem with Lake, and basically saying that we stand on our own 2 feet. How come Mariah can't stand on her own 2 feet? We don't bring our sisters around. We don't bring our cousins around. We don't bring people around. We handle our battle and we fight our battle, but you got your sister fighting your battle. I was like, okay, Contessa, I don't see all that, but that's how you feel, baby. And that's what she said. I was like, Girl, Contessa was like, Contessa said, watch me walk away, watch my hair. And then Mariah said, oh, I don't, Mariah was like, you know, she was talking about her synthetic hair, that I only ride thoroughbreds, real horses and stuff like that, basically because everybody's been cracking on Contessa because she has synthetic hair. Ain't nothing wrong with synthetic hair. I'm about to put some braids in my hair, baby. So it is what it is. Contessa walked away. Mariah was like, I ain't here for it. Like, you know, let her go. Let it be, baby. And she was like, she's always always in somebody's business, which, you know, the situation doesn't really have anything to do with Contessa. All Contessa had to do was comfort Buffy instead of yelling and screaming and trying to give her a pep talk in front of everybody. When they're at a party, people are drinking, and obviously she's been drinking too as well. And she should have realized that everybody in this room ain't down with her. Like, her crew's outside. So she should have just comforted her and kept it moving. But, you know, especially she's not being, you know, considerate to Buffy's feelings. Like, you supposed to get over it. Like, no, sometimes it takes, everybody ain't strong. And Buffy has been telling us that she's not that strong. She's not there yet with the situation with her not being able to carry a baby to full term. She's not there yet. And I think the reason why Buffy got mad too as well, because Dr. Jackie said to her that she's infertile, and Buffy will say that she is fertile because she can conceive, she can get pregnant, she can carry for a little while, but then she would end up having a miscarriage. So, and also Buffy saying that that's inaccurate the way that, you know, Dr. Jackie medically is describing her situation. So it is what it is with Mariah and Contessa. Contessa, you know, it's like she always wants it with Mariah for some reason, and Mariah really has not done nothing to her. Mariah has been having her beef with the other ladies, with Dr. Jackie, with, you know, Cord and Dr. Heavenly, but she hasn't came after Contessa like that. It's like Contessa's always bucking at, to me, I feel like Contessa always wants to have an issue with Mariah and trying to call her out, but she don't call nobody else out too as well. But I like Contessa, but Contessa felt like at that moment, giving her a pep talk like she's a drill sergeant was the best thing to do at that time, and it wasn't. She should have just let it go and kept it moving, but it is what it is. She got that camera time, baby. And so, you know, Contessa was like, Mariah's just way too much. And like, she's picking on people. She picked on Quad. She brings her sister around. She does all this other stuff. And she's basically saying Mariah's negative, but she's not owning up that she's negative. She's not owning up that the way that she addressed and how she jumped into the situation with Buffy was it wasn't appropriate at all. And then with her jumping into the situation with Quad and Lake, you know, Quad didn't say anything. It wasn't for you to speak for her. I don't see nobody speak for you or have your back. And that's the thing that I think Contessa is not paying attention to. So Simone brings the situation of what happened in Toya's closet to the other ladies. And at this moment, it seems like Contessa had an epiphany and basically said, you know what's more important is the group this, the group that. Now Contessa's feeling a certain type of way. Like Contessa and Scott have communication skills. You can see how her communication skills is not doing well in social settings with people that she's working with and allegedly friends with. So now she wants to apologize for her behavior and the way that she handled the situation. And Mariah was like, Contessa needs to mind her business. She's always jumping in. Like, the girl needs to mind her business. And basically, Mariah's not here for Dr. Jackie either. She don't believe her apologies is real. Because Mariah don't believe that the apology that Dr. Jackie gave her is real. And she's not here for Contessa minding her business when she don't need to be involved. Like, she's putting herself in situations where she don't have to, unless she approach it a different way. Like, she comes in a diplomatic, you know, position when she approach situation. But it seems like she's always coming to either point the finger at somebody or try to tell them what to do. And people don't really necessarily like Contessa's advice. Dr. Jackie feeling like leaving the group. She feeling like the group is not here for her and the group has changed and maybe she's just not right for this group and she's thinking a certain type of way. And she tells Curtis that she apologized again. He was like, damn. So Dr. Jackie's kind of getting the heat, you know, and the heat is coming from the Buffy situation because people are feeling like, you know, Dr. Jackie is not sincere and they feel like she's mean and brutal, other than Quad and Dr. Heavenly and Contessa. But for her friend Simone to call her out and say, I need you to apologize again, I know that hit deep for Dr. Jackie because she wasn't expecting that to happen. So Contessa's gonna say sorry. So you guys tell me what you think about the situation. Peace. I'm out. Much love to all my peeps and my peoples. Merry Christmas to all my peeps and my peoples.